morning. Welcome to this video lecture on the subject corporate administration. The topic is company limited by guarantee and company limited by shares, which is the subpart of the first chapter, Introduction to Companies. This is Chan Pasha, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Hoskote. And the topic for today's video lecture is company limited by guarantee and company limited by shares. Dear friends, currently we are discussing kinds of company or classification of companies. So far, we have seen classification of the company on the basis of formation, where we have chartered company, registered company, and statutory company. The next we have seen classification on the basis of number of members and size, where we have seen private company, public company, and one person company. And today we shall be discussing the classification of the company on the basis of liability of members. So therefore, on the basis of liability of members, we can classify the company as unlimited companies, company limited by guarantee, and company limited by shares. To start with the first one, unlimited company. What do you mean by unlimited company? The name itself suggests the answer. The liability of member is unlimited. The liability of the members are unlimited, therefore it is known as unlimited company. Let us discuss this in detail. Unlimited company is a company where there is no limit on the liability of its member. There is no limit on the liability of its member. It means when a company suffer the losses and the company properties is not sufficient to pay off its losses or debt, then the private property of its member will be used to meet the claims of creditor, or the private property will be used to pay off the losses. As the risk involved in such company is too high, these companies are not found in India, even though it is being permitted by the Companies Act. So here the liability itself is unlimited. If something goes wrong in the company and company suffers a huge amount of loss and the company's properties are not sufficient, then the private properties of the members can be used to clear off the debts and losses. So such type of companies are called as unlimited company. Next classification is company limited by guarantee. According to section 2 subsection 21 of Companies Act of 2013, defines company limited by guarantee as a company having the liability of its member limited by the memorandum to such amount as the member may respectively undertake to contribute to the assets of the company in the event of being wound up. What does it mean? Here each member is giving undertaking that he will guarantee a fixed amount if the company is suffering the losses, or if the company is liquidated, or the company is wound up. Means the liability of each member is guarantee. That is, at the time of initial stages, each member will agree that if something goes wrong in the company, or if the company suffers losses, or if a company is wound up or liquidated, then that member shall contribute a fixed amount. That's what is called as company limited by guarantee. To understand much better, company limited by guarantee is also known as guarantee company. In simple terms, a company without any shareholders, or but it is owned by the member itself, that's called as guarantors, who agreed to pay a nominal amount in the event of company being wound up. It is a specific form used for non-profit organization. Mean to say, all these companies which are coming under the company limited by guarantee will be in the form of non-profit organization. And under these forms, whatever profit earned by the company are reinvested in the company to be used for different purposes. Hence, it is legally preferred to be a structure of a non-profit companies such as clubs, charitable trust, and other similar setups. As I told you, these company each members have agreed for certain guaranteed amount. That is, if something goes wrong in the company or if the company is liquidated, then each member shall guarantee a certain minimum amount what he has agreed in the memorandum. And this type of companies basically will be of non-profit organizations or not for profit. Examples are, it can be a club, charitable trust, or any other similar setups. Now, types of guarantee company. So we have two types of company limited by guarantee. That is, company limited by guarantee having share capital, and company limited by guarantee not having share capital. The next classification is company limited by shares. Company limited by shares. Now, here the liability of each member is strictly limited to the extent of the nominal value of shares held by each of them. That is, if a member has already paid up the full amount of shares, he will not be any liable to pay any amount. If the member has partly paid up the share, then he can be forced to pay the remaining amount during the existence of the company or during the wind up of the company. Now, such company may be further divided into a private company, public company, or one-person company. Let us understand this in a better way. Now, take for example, the face value of share is 10 rupees. The value of share is 10 rupees, and if the member has fully paid 10 rupees, then there is no liability for him. On the other hand, if the share value is 10 rupees, and if the member has paid 7 rupees, and what's the balance? 3 rupees. Then he shall be responsible only for the balance of 3 rupees if the company is suffering the losses or if the company is going to be liquidated. Means his liability is limited to the extent of unpaid amount of shares. 10 rupees share, if you have fully paid 10 rupees, then the liability is 0 on the member. For 10 rupees share, he has only paid 7 rupees, balance is 3 rupees, then he shall be responsible only for the 3 rupees which he has not paid. He cannot be called for whole amount. That's the meaning of company limited by shares. That is, the liability of the each member is extended only to nominal value of shares. If the members have already paid full amount, the liability is 0 or liability is nil. On the other hand, if the member has only partly paid up shares, so what he has not paid, for that only he is responsible. So such type of companies are called company limited by shares. Now, why should one opt for company limited by shares? Then what is the advantage that if one is opting for a company limited by share? One is the liability is limited. The liability is very small amount. If the full value of shares he has paid, liability is 0. If he has only paid partly, then what is not paid, that is his liability. Therefore, liability is limited. No taxation of profit. Mean to say, such companies will be paying less tax when compared to other companies, and it is separate legal entities. Limited liability help to boost professional status, and a company limited by shares will help an individual to sell the shares. Now let's do the summary of what we have discussed so far. I told you this classification of the company is based on liability of members. So according to liability of members, we have three types. Unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means the liability of member is unlimited. If something goes wrong, even the personal property of the company can be, personal property of the members can be taken up to pay the losses. The next we have seen company limited by guarantee, where each members are agreeing to pay a fixed amount or a guarantee amount at the time of liquidation. Then third we have seen company limited by shares, where the liability of shares or liability of member is limited only to the unpaid value of shares. Fully paid up share liability is zero. Partly paid up share, the liability is what he has not paid, that is either he is responsible for that one. So that's all I have in this video lecture. Until my next video lecture, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.